I don't give a shit about writing books. I mean, I love writing, but that's not the point. There is only one measure, and it's the same with making an eco-village or driving a biodiesel car or making a film or whatever. There is one measure by which we will be judged by the people who come after, and that's the health of the land base. That's the only thing that matters. The only thing. They're not going to care if we're nice people. They're not going to care if we wrote really good books. They're not going to care if we drove a biodiesel car. I'm putting both of us in this category, so I'm not attacking you. They will care that they have water to drink, and that they have food to eat, and that they're not being poisoned, and that the planet hasn't gone to runaway global warming. That is what matters. This seems so obvious to me, but a lot of people have argued against it, and it makes no sense to me. You can have this wonderful, groovy, eco-socialist utopia, and if you're living on a poisoned planet, you don't have anything. And, I mean, there's going to be people sitting along the banks of the Columbia 50 years from now, and they'll be glowing, for one thing, but they'll be saying, I'm starving to death because the salmon are not here. They're not going to care whether we voted Democrat or Republican or whether we wrote really good books. That said, so far as techniques, I think the really important thing, people ask me a lot if I advocate violence, and I always say no, nor do I advocate nonviolence. I advocate being present to your circumstances and being present to your own gifts, and using those gifts in the service of your land base. And so if your gifts, my gifts happen to be for writing. I mean, my only D in college was organic chemistry lab. You probably don't want me fabricating explosives. I'm a mechanical klutz. But I can write. And that's not to say I would never use other, I mean, geez, I've done timber sale appeals, I've done all sorts of other stuff that I wasn't very good at. And if appropriate, I will do whatever's necessary. Whatever the land base requires of me. A couple years ago at a talk I was doing, I was bashing hope, and some in the audience shouted out, "What's your definition of hope?" I said, "I don't know. I've been using the word and I don't know what it means. Can you give me a definition?" And the audience came up with this great definition, which is hope is a longing for a future condition over which you have no agency. I don't hope that I eat tonight. I'm going to do it. I'm committing right now on film. I'm going to eat tonight. I don't say I hope I eat tonight. On the other hand, the next time I get on a plane, I hope it doesn't crash, because I have no agency once I'm in the air. But I have agency as to whether I eat. I have agency as to whether I stand up right now. So if I say I hope that coho salmon survive, I hope that Chinook salmon survive, I hope the sockeye salmon survive, what I'm saying is I'm powerless. So I don't hope that coho, Chinook, sockeye salmon survive. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure they survive. Imagine if we all started saying and actualizing, I will do whatever it takes to stop global warming. Whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes to stop United States imperialism. I will do whatever it takes to stop Monsanto from polluting the world with genetically modified organisms. And meaning whatever it takes, not meaning I will do whatever is comfortable. I will do whatever is legal. I will do whatever is safe. I will do whatever is considered moral by those in power. I'll do whatever it takes. What happens if we do that? There's a great line by Thomas Jefferson. He's talking about American Indians. He said, "In war, they shall kill some of us, we shall destroy all of them." It's a beautiful line, because it manifests why the dominant culture always wins. Because, you know, those Iraqi insurgents, they may kill some of us, but we're going to kill all of them. You know, a shark bit one of us, may bite one of us, but we're going to kill all of them. That's how the system operates. And what would happen if we started saying that back? If we started saying, you know what, You may stop some of us, but we're going to take out every dam. You know what? You may stop some of us, but we're going to take out every corporation. You may stop some of us, but we are going to deprive you of the ability to deliver nuclear missiles all over the planet. What would happen if we said that and if we meant it? And if we actualized it? A lot of us would get killed. But that's part of the problem, is it's like a friend of mine said, one of the problems with forest activists, and I've been a forest activist, and a friend who said this is a forest activist, one of the problems with so many forest activists is we don't know what we want and they know what they want. Do we want just fewer clear cuts, smaller clear cuts, kinder clear cuts? They want every last tree. They want every last twig. They know what they want. So that's the first thing, is what do we want? You know, what do you want? What does David want? I'm clear on what I want. What I want is a world that has more wild salmon every year than the year before. A world that has more migratory songbirds every year than the year before. A world that doesn't have dioxin in every mother's breast milk. I want a world where there are more large fish in the oceans every year than the year before. Where there are more sturgeon every year than the year before. More polar bears every year than the year before. More great apes. Where the average age of redwood trees is older every year than the year before. And I'll do what it takes to get there. So that's the first question. Before we talk about techniques, I think we need to talk about what we want.